Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airwaves on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. And apparently, due to some conversation, I was a little closer than you guys wanted me to be. So I'll step back, give you your special, give you your breathing room. I know it's early, and that's a lot. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. Now, if you are looking for a home, a place where you can be safely represented as an artist, have a web presence without concern about the big three billionaires arm wrestling for who gets to crush your right to express, consider joining today for a low fee of $40, because I'm pretty sure that holiday sale I warned you all about, it would have an end. So I'm going to say it has an end until Joe says something otherwise, because he doesn't make enough money as is, especially when he gives me something like Podcast One, which takes that $40 fee and cuts it in half. Yeah, secret code Podcast One. Now sorry, let me roll up my sleeves. I got work here, but y'all, before we get into this, it's cold enough my sleeves have sleeves. That should concern everyone. Now, I want to remind you all that we are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, which I'm not whipping out because they fell over. Part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled a sword to teaching the art to others. And the Big Stompy Robots line of games and books and all the goodness that is there. Plus, a quantity of leather straps are trying to attack me. I know some of you will try to green room that. It is so much sexier than anything green room related. It's historical fencing guild related. Anyway, haha! Yes, I went there. No, my world is a vampire, and we're going to go full in. I'm going to cut where I am right now. I'm not going to harass you too much about the fact that, you still can get Haints and Hellfire, or Dark Secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Read that book and spot Trey. No, I'm not going to harass you about that. So I didn't. Mwaha. No. we're going to harass you about the simple sword. You see, I received a request earlier, a request that at first wounded my very soul. Said, Nick, I want to talk about the simple sword. To which I replied, yes. Well, I have a problem. Why are you speaking ill of the sacred text? No. The problem is this. I need something I can give the students who just want to learn the basics of single rapier real fast. You mean something like a rapid rapier? Uh-oh, is that alliteration? Is that alliteration looming his head, which always leads to book titles? I have to explain why I keep looking down, mildly distracted. Because poor Trelana, who I love, is in the seat of Joey power. And the cats keep adjusting her curtain. As somebody who grew up with Touched by an Angel as a program, Trey is looking like Roma Downey when she's concerned about someone and they just aren't listening. I expect Della Reese to appear and say, now listen, Miss Wings. But in the horrific response to that, my brain goes, that or there's a lot of flashing involving Trey right now. And my brain just went, wee, which is fine, because that's what we do around here. We go a little, wee. So, getting back to it, they asked for this. They don't want the educational bits because students don't always need to know that, at least not right away. So they want a student text, or at least part of a student text, so that the swordmaster / teacher / poor sucker wearing far more armor than everyone else, so they can say, that's what calibration is for. Yes, it's a glamorous life I lead. Ask me why I walk funny when it's going to rain or the weather changes dramatically. But they asked for a abbreviated version. So now I am going through and taking what was described as just the good bits. And then, after the Latin and chanting in the background started and, quasi-synthesized dramatic music, started barreling in the back, just before the bass line could properly drop, that description was rephrased. But I'm working on a more cost-effective, condensed version of that book. So that is something that will hopefully be coming out in the fairly near future, knock on plastic. Because at this point, we need techno fairies to offset all the other stuff going on. So we have that in the works. Creatively, I'm still truckling along on Hates and Heckfire 2. However, all my beta readers are like, no, we're not doing this till you finish it, which is causing but I don't have your suffering to feed off of. How am I, as an author, supposed to finish a book without your suffering to feed off of? It's just a thing. But it does mean that I am starting to actually shuffle my projects for 2025 into some semblance of order. Yes, I'm focusing on my nonprofit simply because that is where my trickle of income consistently comes from when I am not doing shows, and it is a couple months before I get to do a show. I also need to have something new for the show, or people are like, well, what do you mean you have nothing new? Nothing? Therefore, I have to suffer. But as everyone knows, my suffering is very amusing to you all, so That is in the works. I spent a lot of time, true confessions of an author. Do I have a truly monstrous to be read pile, including fiction, nonfiction, books I still want to buy, books I have to replace because people keep swiping my books? Seriously, I have over $100 in textbooks, well, what I consider textbooks for fencing and a few other things that I have to replace again across several, must-read copies. I just need to get some bootleg PDFs. Guys, I will give you a PDF. Please stop stealing my hard copies. That, and there's a new translation of Gigante's second book. Oh. The lost second book of Nicola Gigante. Now, Amazon, it's in the $20 range. There you go, dear. Yeah. Between 20 and 30, something in there, because I have to have it. Yeah. But I also have to buy another copy of The Armored Rose. I have to buy another copy of The Soleil, being the first one, the Tom Leone translation, which is my favorite. I once was threatened because I had photocopied a couple pictures of the panels to show people in a lecture. I was threatened to have people sue me for that. I'm like, you may try. The translation may be, somewhat owned of a public domain work, being that it was done in the late 1600s, but the actually images from the late 1600s, good luck, buttercup. Speaking of translations and things that have hit the public domain, several things hit the public domain. Sorry, I saw this come up, and I don't normally pull out, but I saw a book that once unread books are your anti-library. Now my comment was, I hope that I never run out of unread books. How sad to have no more. Oh, there will always be more unread books. And I just had a nail clipper explode. Apparently the spring power decided to just go nuts. No, I'm sorry, I've been doing strange things to horrific little devices trying to go, can I turn this into a spinning wheel? And I'm still interested in how the heck Cinderella pricked herself on a spinning wheel. I've been all over a great many of them. There should not be up to that. However, I'm off topic. I'm sorry. I'm a little scattered this morning. It's been one of those. I saw the business end at 4:30 because the weather was going from seasonably winter to, dear God, are those 40-mile-an-hour winds? Are they 50? Anyway, my wind sensor said tilt last night. So, joy. But, getting back on, I have to afford these books, I have to sell more books so that I can buy more books. I'm going to put GPS trackers on these things and come knocking for people as they keep swiping my books. You know what? I might just do that. Not the GPS tracker thing. Well, maybe the GPS. I may make Nick's library of most stolen books. Sorry, I got a message in. I have to triple check, but oh. While those aren't my favorite, at that price they can be. Okay, so on that one, Trey, It's not. Now's a good time for you to start stocking up. But sorry. What books do you find yourself having to buy a copy? Am I the only one who's to buy copies of books over and over again because people swipe them, or really, really need it? Because like I have gone through so many copies of one of my favorite books, Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman, which is a fascinating read. It may not be what you expect, but it's a fascinating read. That's okay. See, we're going into Monday. And we could look at it as, okay, we're going into Monday. Buckle up, Buttercup. We are a week from inauguration for those who are tracking. There are a lot of other interesting things going on in the news. The East Coast is freezing. The West Coast is on fire. The middle is just trying to duck both at any given chance. I'm sorry. Trelena got hit with sunlight and it looked like she offended a Dalek. I just expected the screen to go in negative. As soon as I do that, a cat goes whapping by. Okay. I'm going to get focused, dang it. Behold my masculine rage. No, it's Monday. I have made a plan. I am working the plan. I am hoping to have by the end of the month, maybe, the Rapid Rapier, because it should be just a matter of this stuff called editing, which I know some people have a religious denial to. But it's the only way I'm going to get a bit more income to afford the things I need. You see, I have another problem. I was reached out, and this is something that will be discussed more in very good terms at the end of the week. But a gentleman I've done business with by the name of Christian Dorse reached out to me because about multiple years ago, we'll say, I proposed a project, and now it looks like it's going to be available. Now, people who know Christian Dorse better know the name of his business, Purple Heart Armory. So I may have to have money there. However, I've been saving for a charcoal forge. Well, a coal forge that I can use charcoal in. So I am going to have to go to my patrons and ask, which would you guys rather have me do? Pick up a bunch of things to review, or get the one put together pot charcoal forge? And, see how that's going to go. Because I do serve my patrons. I just don't talk to them on Patreon nearly enough. Yes, hit, ton of bricks. I'm going to upgrade my Patreon eventually. Now, in other news, I don't want to give spoilers, but something may be coming back to fairly consistent production. But I'm not going to tell you what. I will not utter a single word saying what on earth I could possibly have coming back in the near future. because we will say it may highlight Project Pingu and a few other things that are delighting. I wish I had a recording of that. See, Trey did this big smile, but the window gapped, so she had the literal anime teeth flash. She's working on really hard on pulling a Joey on me, and I've developed more of an inoculation for Joey's shenanigans. Trey has better shenanigans. Love you, Joe. Please stay warm. Please stay safe. Please stay out of jail. I know they're idiots. But we have so much coming up. So I have that. I have a short story I desperately need to finish. I just don't want... I'm looking at going, don't you dare turn it into a novel. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I'm a little concerned it may turn into a novel, which means it would be yet another sci-fi novel. But incidentally, it should have nothing whatsoever to do with the Big Stompy Robots universe, which is a little out of where I usually live. So we shall see. No promises. But if I can knock out the Rapid Rapier in enough time to have copies by IndieCD.com, that's my current goal. I do love a deadline because they make the most satisfying whooshes as they go sailing by. But okay, Joe, you're not even here. You don't get to look at me in that tone of voice, sir. I know, I'm derailed. I haven't gotten to your stuff. So Joe's upset. He wants me to run his ad. I'm running it! Stop it! Ah! Please support my financial overlord and the man who makes the broadcasts, like, happen pretty. Well, that was delightful. I don't regret running late at all, and I'm going to tell you why. Because my whole house about shook from the wind, my house, coming off the sudden county snowplow who went grinding by. You guys didn't have to hear that. Thank you, Joe, for your protection and blessing, my Death Scythe computer RAM or whatever. Gundam RAM, Now, I'm interesting. You guys are more interesting. Let's hit the comments. We'll go through your comments for a bit because it's been one of those mornings. And we'll see who's saying what. Oh, dear. Okay. Yes. No. Maybe so. Dan Hollifield, bless your black little heart. Dropping a like because I won't be awake in time for the show at 2:58 a.m. He should have messaged me. I was awake. I may have been doing work, but I was awake. See, if he'd messaged me, I could have slacked off like a normal person. No. Go, I'm being productive. Gosh. That being said, he dropped his like. What's your excuse? Hmm? And Trey, you don't have to worry. I know you'll get to it. You're watching the show on the other screen, and it's pain to like. So yeah. Oh, I'm in stereo. Wow. I almost had to green room myself so very hard because exactly. Oh God, she knew word for word. Oh, she knows me too well. Yes, my brain may have brought forth a certain French, uh, Parisian monument, architectural wonder, so to speak. Anyway, speaking of Trey, good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. How are you doing? You know, unfortunately, Trelena has been stuck in motivational 80s music because she has indeed been blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce, another victim of the night. Deuce! Deuce! As in Little Deuce Koepp. Deuce! Y'all need Jesus. Even if he's not your boss, he's got ideas. Work on the ideas. You can decide the boss business. I'll let you negotiate on the boss business. That's between you and him. But like the ideas, hey, maybe we shouldn't kill each other. These are good ideas. Don't rip people off. Yeah. Hey, maybe that people have more value than the social stigma of their job. I know, shocking. Like, that's not what they say. I have come to believe that a great many people who claim to be his followers have forgotten to read the book, so they have no clue what they're actually claiming to follow. Oh, I'm coming in spicy. You thought I wasn't? There's some spice today. That's not Salt Bay. That's Salt Ballista, you know? Why do you have a shoulder-mounted ballista and a solid spear of salt? A Fae has annoyed me. Wait, what? That's not pepper. Those are iron filings. Let's go. Anyway. Hi, Trey. Hi, Carl. Hi, Carl. How are you doing? Monday must be making everyone a bit later than usual. It's okay. I know myself that I got into a rabbit hole this morning on YouTube. You're not the only one. I found old footage of Marilyn Monroe when I was looking up to answer something in the green room. And while normally I do not speak much of blondes, and yes, I know she was blonde by choice, I hold Marilyn in a unique and special category. What can I say? I was raised TV Catholic. I'm used to having trinities. You know, Elvira, Dolly, and Marilyn Monroe. This is not a bad set to have going, especially if you read the things she actually said. I'm definitely dragging this morning. Anything fun? Yes, let's know about the rabbit hole. Hey, Donna, how you doing? We should bring Donna some more coffee, so she should be bouncing. We did bring, so she should be bouncing in. And you know what? Just out of love for you and for Donna and for all things involving bouncing, have a little not the green room. You know, have a little not the green room on me. I'll even do this. I'll even make sure it's fully expressed. All right? Not the green room. And to those of you who do not quite catch that, also not a cryptid. Moving on. Now, there. Ah! That shouldn't have worked like that. Ah! I forgot I could do that. Actually, yeah, that's beautiful. No. It needs to spin on, bat signal style, da-da-da-da-da-da, as I do a transition. Now, where are we? I know where we are. I just have to get there. Because Donna had just been referenced to bouncing. I'm quite... Okay, here we go. Hey, Donna. Oh, Trey, a couple guys were trying to get into software-defined radio on the cheap by buying Chinese clothes. They had the frustration of nothing working. Dope! Gotta do your research or you'll end up spending more money on the long run. Womp, womp. Back when I first looked into it, the only product was $1,000. But now good options are available for $100. Yet this guy wanted the $30 choice. Nope. Save up, buddy. Wow! Carl isn't even... Carl, I must applaud you for following one of the great rules of the followers of St. Fafo the Just, wherein in the sacred text it says, and thou shalt keep thine pimp hand strong. Oh. And the pimp hand shall be mighty, and striketh across the face of a fool, who shall not be pitied. Anyway. Get good product to begin with, and you'll be happier. Witzman dude, the number load is out for delivery. Oh, okay. That is referencing cigars. I've been around too many people. And hey, Thesis! Thesis, how are you and Foxy this morning? Hope Indigo's not breaking any more noses. Da, 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 da. Hey, Thesis. Hey, Thesis. No broken noses, but the bedroom is a mess. Wait for it. He got new toys to destroy and thoroughly accomplish this task. Bits of cotton fluff everywhere. Save it! Spin it! I mean, what? No, I'm sorry. I've been possessed by the trained response of my wife. Yes, there is. And Michaela Jade tried to do a show last night, but StreamYard was full. So don't look for that show in the reruns because it didn't go. Our heartfelt condolences go out to Michaela Jade for that technical issue. I would never make fun of someone for having technical issues with as many as I have. I will say this on the off chance she is watching this. Periodically, if you are using StreamYard, you need to go through and delete past videos from your library. I recommend, if you have the space, downloading them from StreamYard to a terabyte hard drive thing, much like this device right here, which was used for that purpose but isn't currently because that requires a little more shenaniganry than I want to put up with, and I kind of like having a controller. Yes, I am a mature adult. Deal with it. But you should be able to fix that relatively easy if StreamYard is full. Also, it still should have broadcast, but not recorded on StreamYard. It would still be recorded through YouTube or theoretically wherever else you are broadcasting to. I technically have a Twitch. If I could get my Twitch in my the box. Oh, come on. Instagram. I almost went where all the cosplayers live. Okay. But I feel your thesis. This is why we use shop vacs instead of regular sweepers. Sweepers, man your brooms. Anyway, that has special meaning in the household. Hey, Foxy. Good morning. Good morning, Grat. You know what? Wait a second. Wait. Something allegedly happened involving you, and I have to check it. Now, let's see. Where did it? Yep. Be back in a minute 14 to make my word work.
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf, is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must reevaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now for a limited time on Kickstarter.
There are so many things I have to talk about that. One, on the positive, thank you, Grant, for portraying a human person with human proportions, even if they're doing dramatic things. It's not that I don't like the advanced and idealized superhero proportions, but one of my great hang-ups is I used to love the Justice League / Justice League Unlimited cartoon. Bruce Timm is a genius, but he draws almost all his people the same. So when the waitress has the same proportions as Wonder Woman, okay. First thing, so that's the first thing. The second thing is Grendel's mom has got something going on, and quite possibly the best answer to the question, what does that mouth do, that I have seen in some time. No, folks, always support independent comics. Support fantasy comics that aren't about the tights and capes crew. You know, I love capes and cowls and all that as much as anybody, but there is more to sequential art than people whose names end in man or -man, you know. And yes, as a PSA from the Daily Bugle, in the little back of the book where hopefully J. Jonah Jameson didn't see it, J. Jonah Jameson, that is, please remember the hyphen when you say Spider-Man. That deal, it's important not to misname people, you know. I don't know if that counts as dead naming. There have been enough reboots at this point. The only one who could get dead named is using Ben for anything. But remember the hyphen, folks. He can hear the difference. Now, we have a comment dump. Let's see where we are. There is no tune. What? Where are... Hello? There we go. A little farther. A little bit. I'm going to get sued. Where are we? Dang it. We're way up here. Y'all, comment dump during my comment dump recovery. Love you all. This is going to be one of those where in 20 minutes, a bunch of you are going to be leaving me to see Daphne and Nita. But remember, it takes almost like 12 minutes for their startup to go. So you have a few minutes for startup too. Okay. Almost there. Okay, come on. Where are we? Nope, there are still more. You guys love me today. Excellent. Rabbit hole. There we go. We go till we see Grant. There we are. Good morning. Hey, Foxy. Hey. How you doing, Foxy, by the way? Grant, don't want to get my hopes up, but yes, Don got it to upload. The file was too big for my humble internet to want to deal with and went, ah! That is a scientific, technical term. If you look through the great book of computer reasoning, somewhere in the chapters of problems that don't have normal answers, it's just a picture of me going, ah! You know, the Nick Field trademark. I'm afraid that someday the U.S. government is going to realize that the Nick Field exists, and I'm just going to get a passport and free tickets to various places in the world. Just be like, here, Nick, go there. You don't need to do anything. Just tourist around. Okay. Sure. No, you're fine. You're fine. However, we will pay you a vast sum of money to take up a janitorial position at this company. Wait, what? No. Let's see. Sweepers, man your brooms. And ooh. Plans for today. Whitman Dude's taking me out for a feast at the castle of the King of Burger. Yes. I would do some harm for some off-menu rodeo cheeseburgers right about now. And yes, you can still order them. It's about $2 a piece, usually, depending on how they ring it up. Worth it. Although we have hamburgers. I'm really nervous that just playing that trailer is going to kill the stream. It did not! But I played it without your subtle knowing you were asking for it. So, yeah. Hey, Grant, we got greetings. We got Lamau for Donna. I don't know if Dawn is here, but thank you again. And I did try. After a little trip downtown for you know what? Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Anyway. Hi, Blade. Angie made pot roast last night. It was so good. Mandy made homemade chicken soup that had been marinated. It, too, was so good. I plan to make teriyaki stir fries tonight with my homemade teriyaki sauce. What? Thesis doing a homemade version of a Chinese-related good product or service? I am shocked. No, it's not. I didn't read it, but I did respond to it. You're welcome. Nope, Grant. It's exactly what it sounds like. Don't forget to like and share. Hi. Greetings. Hey. Goes to like, gets scratched by Hermione, manages to like anyway. If he likes, what's your excuse? I just need to bring up in that a picture of that kid from Starship Troopers with Carl's face just plastered on there and the bandaged hand. I did my part, even though they tried to disable my hand. Boom! Two Starship Troopers comments in one. Yes. Doink. Had to pause for a split second there while my brain went, Denise Richardson. Anyway, drops like, watches Indigo chase it under the bed. That's right, folks. Dang. I just realized, I look like a chunky, whitewashed Mike Jimmy. I'm okay with that. And that's the link for the show this Saturday. Yes, go watch it. Good morning, everyone. Back to work today. It was not nice having last Friday off. Well, I'm glad you got some downtime. Hey, Chris, notification is on. And hey, Chris, and it is cold out on the job site today. May the farce be with you. There is a burning the coals tonight. Yes. Please, Trey, can we have some more? The ink is freezing in the wells. Yes, because I'm sure Trey is the one limiting the financial response there. You're muted. Still muted, dear. You're not in the show if you were talking to me.
You want some more?
Please. I know. You can't have pudding if you don't eat your meat. I'll save you that one. She was reaching. I should shut up. Anyway. I don't want no education. Anyway, obviously we don't. I've seen How America Votes. Hey, Chris, it's bloody cold. And yep. Well, Joey, I'm sure Trey will keep you warm when you get back. Although her method involves a big magnifying glass and that stinking mirror that's been incinerating her all morning. How bad? We're at 18. 10 degrees before wind chill currently. We are parked at 11 without wind chill. It feels like negative Antarctica because, of course, the EP wind chill is just, a thing. Watch as Inigo rip parts of the light all over. Clean up on aisle 5. Sound like both fucks. Both sucks. Sucks. Whatever you may have heard was a misproper speech and was not what you thought you heard. Feels like -5 in Portage. You. Hey. It's that Joe guy. We love Joe. Hey, Chris. Sorry for your cold morning. Stay warm. Hi, Joe. Microsoft News told me temps to soar, which means 34 on Thursday. It's above freezing. Oh, yay. Hey, every morning. How's your Monday, buddy? Hey, everybody. How's your Monday morning? Hey, Kelly. How are you? Kelly is the mastermind behind, of course. No, that's Grendel's curse. That's not. Aha. Atomic Stories. Buy it. Trust me, I know what's in there. Throw your money at it. Just make it rain for Kelly Austin. She put in the good fight. And speaking of people who are behind the production of things, hey, Dawn. Dawn is, of course, behind the creation of Buddy and Georgette, Dawn's fashionable felines. Mandy and I had a Bridgerton conversation, and it made me think of Buddy and Georgette. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Kelly. Morning. Hello, Sarah. If I didn't greet you properly earlier, it's because I am out of it. How are you? Kelly and Dawn. Frank Sinatra. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Wow, you went with the Frank Sinatra version. I'm sorry, forgive me. While Oh Blue Eyes is the proper answer to anything, my brain had to go to the Croner and the Comedian, had to go to Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. Yes, I can. Anyway. Hi, Sarah. Morning, and Trey's greeting. A whole bunch of sisters. Anyway, we're going through these greetings because we are super behind today. And yeah, you guys know I'm to greetings. Here you go, just to make y'all happy. I'll do that too. Maybe, yep. Greetings. Bueller. There will be an episode of Grant Draws with Carissa Grant. Now that's interesting. We have Carissa Grant Lankard. I've never seen those two in the same spot before. Woot! Dawn has risen and greeted us all. Nick, I saw the quote that one's unread books are your anti-library. That means somewhere there's an anti-librarian. And every way I look at that, it's terrifying. And I'm worried that Noah Wiley is going to kick in my door and yell, "Where?" Anyway. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Kelly and I sent you a message, a friend request on Facebook. Anyone suing Nick should think that they will have to clean up that office if they want his stuff. Good luck. And Sarah says, hi. I see your hellos. I was away for a bit. I see you. Ooh. If only I could return the favor. Anyway, I glued little pockets and made library cards for a few books so people would know they were due. Yes, I may actually write Nick's Stolen Library because I can't think of a higher way to recommend some of these books. I've given them as gifts. I do not loan outside of my house. If we have a guest and they wish to start reading a book, they're more than welcome. But no, you must get your own copy when you leave. You see, I used to loan books to my parents. None of them have ever returned. The worst being when I loaned them the Laundry Files books and they read them out of order. Oh. Our niece is allowed to come in and read our books while she's in our house. She's not allowed to take them out of the room. Wise choice. Right, Foxy? I have certain fiction books that never get returned when they're lent out, so there's cheap paper books. And Grant Lankard says, I've eaten very healthy so far today. I still need to go to the gym today. I had my little breakfast protein shake thing because I had one left to get my pills down and a piece of fudge. So for me, I'm doing great. Look, this was full and it is not, y'all. I have a couple cuppies. Wow. See, my brain is running so fast I'm back to stammering. This should tell you. Also, finishing up issue 1 of Beowulf prequel sequel. I loaned my friend my comic version of The Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, colored by Chie Kutsuwada. Chie Kutsuwada. I didn't see the I for a second. I never got it back, and now he's moved to California. Mostly, I'm sorry to hear that. I've read the original so many times it's falling apart. Understand that. Ooh, Musashi is an interesting guy. Sucks that you didn't get it back. Indeed. And one was my dad's. No one gets to use that one. Fair enough. Same here. I usually have a nice paper hardback and then really messed up paperback of my favorites. Yes. Oh. Bye, Mags. Go, do, talk, flirt, do. Oh, no? Okay. Well done, Grant. Ooh, The Forge. I want to watch. Now, to Joey's credit, he did actually get me a propane forge. The problem was some helpful do-gooder who was neither helpful nor doing good in my garage went, here, Nick, you've left this all in the box. I'll unpack it for you. And scattered the numerous parts throughout my garage. No one has confessed. I will find out who moved them. I will know. And my vengeance, it will be legendary. It just occurred to me, hey, why don't I use that as my outro? It just now occurred to me. But yes, that being said, getting back to the topic, I am something of a naturalist, so I will be acquiring very small, very petite, essentially knife-making small blacksmith's forge. Go. I had to go off caffeine again. I'm feeling the pain. But, yes, once it's up, it's working. It's just they jacked the price up on me. And let's see. Yeah, it was a good book, Trey. Someone broke down that his actual book and made it into a comic format. Oh, that's quite the derailment. Oh, Trey is dispensing. Mid-dance party. What? Yes. Yes, Trelena is dancing. And there are things she can do, and one of them is dance. I don't know why she had... Oh, I don't know why she had to bring out the rock dance, but that's okay, too. It's funny, she actually knows what the rock dance looks like. That's terrible. There's only one rule for my lending library. You read it here, no checkouts. Exactly. Haha. Were you leaning on a pole again? No, she's upstairs. I'll even hop on eBay and help you order your own. Yeah, see? But a couple of them I've bumped into people. You see, I have this habit of finding things that aren't mine. And they will sit. Well, whose is that? I don't know. It ain't mine. Well, what do you mean? You paid for it? Yes. Then why do you have it? Because it belongs to somebody I may not know. Oh, temperatures are going to drop tomorrow. Delightful. Thank you, computer, for crushing my soul. I want to see what he's just seeing as he's describing it in the background. We all want to. Trust me. Pretty sure Behind the Code is tonight. Yes. Dimitri better know how much I loves him. I'm missing the playoffs for him. The seldom seen Bachman can. Anyway, pretty sure that Behind the Code is tonight. Yes. I'm scared because he used a portion of uwu talk. And I'm just not sure how to process that. Is Dawn entering her e-girl phase? Anyway. What most of you don't see is during the ads, I dance party to stretch from being hunched over. Walking. Yes, this guy is my friend. Apparently, Nick, quit hunching over. All my life, I've been told, Nick, quit hunching over. They finally went, your spine is malformed, so you hunch over slightly. Yes, I know. I'm just waiting to hear, yeah, it's stuck that way. Ha, Trey. And then Grant says, Carissa, yes. Carissa draws us on tonight. LO Joe's planning to work on Dimitri's profile. Dance party. They happen. Except during my ad, because people will hurt themselves. So what you're saying, Trey, is we need picture-in-picture during ads so we can watch the ad and watch you dance. That is the special subscriber rate. You'll need Trey's only hooks, where you can reach out for her crochet plus. The plus, oh my gosh, the things that woman can crochet. Y'all are smalls and y'all are killing me. Not the green room. And Sarah misses your face. I am so glad that the phrase "I miss your face" and "not the green room" are packed so nicely. Okay, wait. Kitties. Yes, I know. Ah! The Bachmans, they're tag teaming me. It feels like my birthday. I know. Let you go. Let you go do what you need to do. I dropped my like. We are up to 11 likes as is this comment. Woo! But looks around the office, 12 likes now. Yes, 12 likes. Gonna go finish his breakfast, real food, and is back to shredding his duck stuffy. Sounds like we need to get you some of those sturdier stuffies. Be excellent to each other. Absolutely. He's got the assault rifle today. Well, every once in a while, people need to forget just because I'm retired doesn't mean I've forgotten the skill set. Jesus and his liberal tax ideas. Not sure how the message got mixed up. Oh, that's real easy. I know. First, you tell people to read books about the book without reading it, and then you tell people, don't worry, just listen to me. Several other religions have used that method to varying success. Right, Carl? How sad. That's a great one. YouTube is a giant rabbit hole all into itself. And I'm running late for a very important date? It can be. So my keyboard has several keys sticking. This is what happens when Pup puts chin onto bag and drools on the keys. Get yourself one of these nice ergonomic keyboards. Mine is weirdly dusty. I need to clean it, but Pup slobber. I totally liked. Of course you did, Grant. You are a gentleman. Extra. I'll have an extra. Foxy, I have an extra keyboard if you need. And give him lovin's for me as usual. And I have some extras. This is just my wireless one, and it's green. Will do, Sarah. That makes my heart happy. With the Nick photo with the horns, shouldn't be it. Nick's not a satyr. See? Perfectly normal. I don't know what anyone is talking about. It's not like I randomly sprout horns when I am shocked or disturbed. It never goes, ah! Now, let's see. I hope it's washable, Foxy. Nick isn't a satyr. He's amused with a little bit of Chaos Fox energy. I have delighted in people's attempts to diagnose or categorize just what the heck they think I am. The answers have been always amusing. The keys are not getting any less stiff as I use them, not the green room. Nice, Nick, taking the high road. If you know, if you know, you know. Takes a Fox Muse. Yeah, good ad. Hey, the update worked for Grant. I did something good. Yep. Dawn is definitely entering some sort of villain period, and I'm here for it. Good job, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, good going. Good job. Oh, that hurt, but also felt really good. Neck popped. Oh, yes. I could go for a good neck pop right about now. Woot! You did it, Don. Woot! Great ad, Grant. I thanked you earlier in the chat, Don. Might as well thank you again. Incoming comment dump. Thanks. You're welcome, Nick, for the comment dumps. And you're welcome, Grant. Hope you screenshotted that, Carl. Screenshotted what? Back to get it now. I was thinking the exact thing. Or repost for it to get it for when needed. Whatever you talk about. Talk about meme-worthy. Oh, forgot you could do that. Slowly steps back into the shadows. LOL. Dirt. Oh, we love you anyway. I was nervous about that trailer too, LOL. I think we all were. I'm considering making a Cat of Nine Tails when I'm there with you, Nick. Leather belts are an idea. Sarah styled. Something to crack non-likers. I have an image in mind for it. Okay, there are some options that can be very effective as leather can be expensive. Paracord or braided like cotton rope, if you knot it at the end, will make for very effective. I have been commissioned to make a few of those in the past. Somebody wanted a very non-rigid Perry device. These things happen in the circles I've traveled in. If you take it and you lay it out, you can get a really nice kind of braided pattern. There are ways. Anyway, as for that, you almost would be... Okay. Now, y'all listen. Listen. I am going to use a proper... This is a proper term. Okay? leather string. Sometimes the proper term is a thong. In certain circles, proper circles. Don't. I'm not even letting you. The green room shall not. Man, I went full Minbari on that, and if you know, you know. But you can get leather lacing and braid that to great effect for that. Now, cat and nine tails aren't really meant to crack the way a proper whip to crack is. To get a whip to crack, you would need a piece of string called a cracker. Again, behave, at the end. And I'm trying to think if I've ever seen someone put multiple crack. They don't work well to crack on a multiple. Cat and nine tails, the crack is more of an impact sound. For those of you who know. For those of you who don't, this is a historical punishment device, and this horrific form of corporal punishment favored by navies during the golden age of piracy. Anyone taking it any way other than that, that's on you, not me. Inigo is getting extra lovings for you, sir. Aw, no lap left now. Yay, LOL. Now time for window watching. Dawn's babies. Patrolling and protecting his territory and fam. He surely is. He doesn't bark and growl. He just watches. Because he's a watchdog. Are you sure his name is Inigo? It's not Snuff? Oh, Sinatra was the name of my husky who had ice blue eyes. Didn't want to call him Frank, so went with the last name. Fitting. And who hasn't gone out in the middle of the night yelled, Sinatra! Anyway. That's a cute name. I think I've seen Carissa Grant and Grant Lankard say, I'm sure we have. It was a joke. You're allowed to laugh at the funny bits. Oh, the other dog that was the fluff killer was named Luna. She was a blue healer and had silvery blue look the moon can get. Oh, God. Our last dog, Hooli, was a border collie. Hooli. Aussie blue healer. Duh. Inigo, it's a mystery. I'm thinking of saving up for one of those pup DNA kits just to see. Fudge. That explains the unrailing. Fudge sounds yummy. Oh my gosh, it is. I'm supposed to get standard cover copies of League of Cryptids #2 today, so I can hopefully mail that out. Rock on. It must be going around, Nick. My morning status, like a twitchy squirrel with the attention span of a gnat. Woo! Those are the days you sit and you turn on C-Lab 2025. Buried underneath the C-Lab. Okay. I have a dilapidated version of The Warlock in Spite of Himself that belonged to my dad. Between us read so many times, it's falling apart. Ooh. Oh, Lord, now I remember when I was working at Big Lots and didn't realize my hand was on the walkie-talkie and I was squeaking and all everyone heard was, I squeak, squirrel, squeaker, squeakum, squeaketh. Once again, proving that Gronk is, the peak of masculine glory. So I bought myself a new copy, and that one is now keepsake only. I love that ad. It's so Nick. And I am sorry if some of my ads have been a little less. If my shows have been a little less vim and vigor. I know I'm so downbeat of late. Most of our paperback Mercy Thompson books have been read so many times the spines are all creased. That it is, Donna. We ought to invest in some hardbacks and use paperbacks when we travel. Creased books equal love books. If you visit a library or home library, look for the books that people love. And redogged. Calvin is starting cat lunch nagging. Good. By the way, went in and said hi at Big Lots. Sales aren't quite low enough, but got some bubble wrap while I was at it. Certain lyrics from the seminal artistic classic White and Nerdy by Weird Al Yankovic have run through my mind, and now my brain, it is braining. Dogged and a tray and a joke. Yes, they're there. Big problem with tougher stuffies for Indigo is when they squeak. Ooh, I keep getting distracted. Have I missed anything good? Just us being crazy. We are off the rails even. Yeah, there are no rails. There are no rails. None that I know of. I mean, the padded walls, yes. Check it out. DVD. No, screenshot of Nick Field. Yeah, was achieved. Oh, God. I was quite surprised my dad was in the chat for HFG. It was kind of fab. See, I thought you were going fab, F-A-B, because Thunderbirds are go. Anyway, he's always welcome. Oh, the sun is coming in the window now. Okay, Inigo's happy in the sun. Yes, the sun has been coming in the window all over Trey's face, and it's just not working real well for her to try to focus. Certainly did not expect Flogger Talk this morning. Today on Flogger Talk. No, floggers are entirely different. Usually made of leather, and they're about this wide, with secured to a handle. You have to be careful to reinforce the hinge so that they don't break off. But if you emboss them just right, you can transfer an image. Now, definitely into braided rope for flexibility, braided lacing. Listen closely to make it crack when I'm over here. Going to Goodwill with you too, maybe. Oh, God. I love Indigo. Arc's the more you know sign. Did I miss my babies? Yes, you. Don missed her babies, y'all. We can't have that. We cannot have that at all. Yeah, Dawn is just shocked that she missed her babies. Okay, don't look at me like that. Dawn's babies, her fashionable felines. You are welcome, Dawn. I love you. Moving forward. Yes, you did, Dawn. Wishing Happy Tree Friends was streaming, but I doubt it would be around with all the canceling of things. Well, no, see, what they cancel... No, I'm sure Happy Tree Friends is around somewhere to stream. My spine is creased. What does that say? You're much loved. Wow. I read that literally, Dawn. Took me a second and almost had BKM to lick the spine. Even Carl crunching pleasure. Oh, dear Lord, my mind. You are not alone. Flogger Talk. Not Frogger Talk. No, Frogger Talk looks like this. Anyway, I got away with that. Awesome. My baby's Don's face. Yes. Time for an ad and probably to start the wrap up because I am already over. This has been a manic Monday and I'm here for it. Oh, there it is. I've been looking for my copy of the HMS John Locke set sail again. I shipped this. I have to find where I stashed my actual copy of that. But, I'm getting hungry and we all need to taste the biscuit. So, let's run an ad of something truly, truly delectable. Yes, we absolutely love Trey and all the wonderful projects that she has done and is going to continue to do, which reminds me I have to send her some more ideas. Not as fun as the ideas I used to send her, although it just occurred to me, and I'm having a brain drizzle, so just bear with me. For art reference, I follow a lot of streetwear sites. I used to be a big fan of streetwear, techwear, Kuroware, depending on the circles you travel in. This is one of my favorite shirt is a remnant of that era. You would not believe how I dressed in college, but my brain just spat out the phrase crocheted streetwear / crocheted techwear, and something is percolating. Ideas are being born with layers, and it is delightful. You know who else has ideas?
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
And we're going to throw Brian some love too.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
And Behind the Code is officially scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central tonight. See you all then, says Joe, as he gets ready to, duck off and actually have a good time and not hang around with me, I would hope. Oh, no, he's still going to hang around with me because he's awesome. Woo! Yay. Have a good day, everyone. And I do need to run a couple more because I want to support some folks. So here.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
You know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yeah, folks, well, I want you all to get creative, get out there, and have fun. I have so much on my plate right now. I am excited. Look for the Rapid Rapier in the near future. And with that, guys, I think we're gonna call it. So keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. See you Wednesday. Toodles.